Okay, we are going to add and subtract fractions. So the method is the same for both, it's just the final step whether you add or subtract. Okay, so the first question we're going to look at is 3/5 plus 1/7. So the first thing you need to look at is what we need to make the denominator, so the number on the bottom, the same. So we need to find the lowest common multiple of 5 and 7. Now, if you don't know the lowest common multiple, you can always times them together, and that might give you an answer. That will give you an answer that you then have to simplify. But sometimes that is the lowest common multiple. So the lowest common multiple of 5 and 7 is 35. So to make 5 into 35, we times it by 7. Now, as always with the fractions, whatever I do to the bottom, I must do to the top. So if I've times the 5 by 7, I must times the 3 by 7. So this would give us 21 over 35. So it is just an equivalent fraction. And on the other side, to make the 7 into 35, I times that by 5. And if I times the 7 by 5, I must times the numerator by 5 as well. So that would give us plus 5 over 35. Now what you have on the bottom line is just, so what you have here is just equivalent fractions to up here. So it is still the same sum. And then we just add them. So now they're the same denominator, we can add them both. So 21 plus 5 is 26. And the denominator stays as 35 because they are parts of 35. So we're almost saying we've got 21 parts of 35 plus 5 parts of 35. So that would leave us with 26 over 35, which is not, so it's not the same as 26 over 70. If you write this, then you are wrong. Now for an example of subtraction. So if we were to look at 7/20 minus 1/4. So again, we're looking for the lowest common multiple. So the lowest common multiple of 20 and 4 is actually 20, because 4 times 5 is 20 and 20 times 1 is 20. So technically what we're doing here is, because we're going to leave it the same, we're going to multiply top and bottom by 1. So that would leave us still with 7 over 20. To make the denominator on the second one, 4 into 20, we times that by 5. So we times the top by 5 as well. So that then becomes 5 over 20. And we subtract as we normally would. So 7 take away 5 is 2. It's 2 over 20. Now actually this leaves us with equivalent fractions, so we can simplify it down like we have done previously. Both of these numbers are even, so I'm going to divide top and bottom by 2. And remember, whatever I do to the top, I must do to the bottom. So that would leave us with 1/10.